Yo, what's good with you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, guys. So today, I'm bringing you guys on the video. It's Friday, so we're doing another talks with Qwertyy. I know I did one recently, but if you guys watched that last episode on Monday, you guys will know why I did change, or why it was actually uploaded on Monday. But today's Friday, and I told you guys how I would just be sticking to Friday with talks with Qwertyy. Just that one day was that one exception, so I'm still going with it. Today is something a little bit different. I'm still doing a talk with Qwertyy, but normally I tell you guys how to improve your life, and I talk about various different topics to do so. But this one's a little bit different. We're going to be talking about how to lucid dream. Now, it technically can improve your life, and I'll explain a little bit more why later on in the video. I don't want to make this video too long as well because there's a lot jammed into lucid dreaming as well. But I mean, I'm going to see what I can do, get as much information, and probably the most important information I can in the time that I like to keep it out, which is around like 10 minutes anyways. If you guys look at my past episodes, you guys will see that it's around like 10-ish minutes anyways. So if you guys are new on here, you guys know what to do. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. I don't even know what to say to that. That's insane. Thank you guys so much for the support. But we're not done yet. We got to keep pushing, so it would mean a lot if you guys would show some support. But without further ado, let's get into the video, all right? So listen, lucid dreaming, if you don't know what it is, sure, some of you guys might, but if you do not know what it is, it's basically when you are aware of the fact that you are dreaming in your dream. And that makes you lucid, right? That's what the term is, lucid dreaming, right? So normally when you dream, you have your dream and then you wake up and you almost like think back to the dream you had, right? In the moment, you don't know you're dreaming until you've woken up. You think it's real life, you think it's vivid, you think it's this. But if you can train your mind to start believing and remembering your dreams, you will become lucid in your dreams, and you will have that experience where you were in your dreams and you were aware of it. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably sitting there asking me, why does that matter? Why does it really matter that you can be aware of the fact that you're dreaming? What's the difference between waking up and remembering it? And what's the difference between actually being in that present moment, dreaming in your own dream, right? Or being aware that you're dreaming, right? Here's the difference. You can control everything outside of it once you are lucid. Once you become lucid in that dream, you can control every single outcome, even do things that are impossible. And the best part about it is that it is very vivid. And vivid basically means very realistic, very real. It feels like you're actually there. Some of you guys who might not know the word vivid, I just explained it for you guys. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. I have had personal lucid dreams before, and it's insane. One time I was flying, and I could feel the wind on my face, the clothes flapping in the wind, and I could feel just like how fast I was going. It felt very, very realistic, and that's what I love about lucid dreaming. Because if it was just like imagination, it didn't feel real, then you might as well just close your eyes and imagine that it was happening, right? Because that's the difference. You can imagine anything in your head, but it's not realistic. But with lucid dreaming, you can do whatever you want to dream, and it is very realistic. So that is what the idea is, and you can do anything you want. If you can imagine it, you can do it in your dream, because it's basically what it is. You're just imagining yourself doing it. It's pretty crazy. Now, to give you guys some things you can do in your dream, once again, I mentioned how you could fly, you could travel to somewhere in the world or outside of the world, in whatever fantasy you want to live in. You could be whoever you want, be with whoever you want. You can do whatever you want. You could spawn things in. You could fight whoever you want to fight. You can be in an anime, TV show, video game. It's limitless. There's no boundary with what you want to do in a lucid dream, and I'm sure with that idea, you guys may be thinking about something to do already, and it's cool. You know, it's really, really awesome. I heard about this in like 2019, 2018, maybe. I think it was in 2019, and I've had like 10, 15 lucid dreams. I haven't stayed consistent. It would be more if I was obviously staying consistent, but I've taken little breaks. But I'm into it right now, so I decided to talk about it because technically it can help you. You know, it does help anxiety. I think that's one of the facts about it as well. You can get over fears in your lucid dream, and you can get over those big, like, scary aspects in your life through dreaming. So it's actually pretty cool. But I'm going to teach you guys how to do it. The first half is what it is, what you can do. And the other half of this video is teaching you how to do it. Now, listen. The biggest thing is it's not going to come right away. Like learning a skill, it takes time. You have to develop different habits, routines to get yourself better at it. And lucid dreaming is a prime example of that. Do not get demotivated. Do not get discouraged because it's not going to be easy. But what I'm about to tell you, you guys will probably have a lucid dream between 7 to 14 days, maybe a little bit later, maybe a little bit earlier, who knows, it's different for everybody, but around that time period. So stick with it for like 2 weeks, and you'll probably have a lucid dream, as long as you're staying consistent, and as long as you're doing what you need to do. So what I personally did, shout out to Real Nate Turner on TikTok, because he basically told me how to do this on his TikTok, and I just kind of listened to it and followed through with it. There's many methods, there's all these different things to get yourself lucid in your dreams, but what I did, and you can stay within this 14-day period of actually having a lucid dream, is every single night, before you go to bed, you want to set the intention that you're going to remember your dreams. So just having that thought before you go to bed, before you lay, down, and before you actually fall asleep for the night, just have the intention, like, I'm going to remember my dreams. Maybe repeat it in your head, maybe just think about it, or maybe think about the dream that you want to have, like the most ideal dream for you at that moment. Do that, and then when you dream, you're going to have that dream, obviously. And when you wake up, you wanted to write your dreams in a journal. You could write it on a piece of paper with a pen. I like to use my notes on my phone. I just write the dream I had. I just type it down as soon as I wake up. And I know at the start, personally, I've been having this problem where I haven't been able to remember a lot of my dreams. Now, if this is something that's happened to you, the worst thing you should do is just not write in your journal because your mind isn't developing that routine, developing that habit. I know what you're thinking. What am I supposed to write in my journal then if I don't remember my dreams? What you want to write, best way I can describe this is just write down how you didn't remember anything. Maybe think of colors or shapes or anything that you saw. But if you truly cannot think a single detail in any way in your dream, just write down in your journal how you just didn't know what happened. Just say, I didn't remember, but tonight I set the intention that I will remember, all right? That's the first thing. So every single night, whatever you had in your dream, write down what occurred in the best detail possible. The more detailed, the better it'll be because your mind is more infatuated on whatever's happening and will line you up for future dreams in the future. Good word choice. But anyways, it'll help you out. It really, really will. And it's awesome. So you want to get that first thing down. That's probably the most important thing because how are you supposed to be lucid if you don't remember your dreams? Think about it. You can't. It's like saying you want to become, a pro athlete but never show up to any games. You just can't. You have to be able to show up and be there in the moment in order to achieve lucidity, right? Now, the second thing, and this has got to be the most important thing, is reality checks. Now, reality checks is maybe a little bit hard to describe, but it is something that you do in your reality consistently that'll be in your dream life, but it'll be a little bit abnormal. Basically meaning it's not going to be the same thing you're doing, and it'll be a huge indicator that you're dreaming because it's something completely different. So for an example, what I like to do is a reality check. You could do so many. I like to put my 2 fingers through my palm of my hand like this, like that. I just do that. And basically what that does is obviously my 2 fingers are stopping like this, but it reminds me that I could be dreaming. It reminds me that this is something that I could be doing. And, when I do this, I look around and I ask myself in my head, I'm like, am I dreaming right now? Am I dreaming right now? And if you do this to like 20 to 50 times a day, just taking the 2-3 seconds to do it, you will start developing this routine in your dreams. And even if you don't sit there and go like this in your dreams, you're going to keep your mind more infatuated on lucid dreaming, and that's going to help you remember in your dreams. Sometimes there's going to be something that triggers it, and your mind's going to be like, that doesn't seem normal. And then from there, you can do a reality check, and you can be like, oh, I'm dreaming. And normally when for this reality check, you put your 2 fingers to your palm like this, 9 times out of 10 in your dream, it passes right through. And you're like, that's not normal, so I must be lucid dreaming. And even if it does stop like this, you can do plenty other reality checks. What I used to do a couple years ago is I used to count the fingers on my hand, and I used to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that was a good one. When you do it in your dream life, it'll be like 3 fingers, 5 fingers, maybe sometimes, or maybe more or less fingers than what you're supposed to have. And at that point, you're like, oh, I must be dreaming. And then you can do whatever you want after that. I could make a part 2 to this video because I know there's a lot of things that I could uncover because it is a very wide topic, and I only am scraping the surface of it. But I'm just telling you guys how to do it. If you stay consistent with reality checks and you write in your dream journal every single day, in 14 days, 100%, you're going to be lucid dreaming, and that's facts. But make sure when you are lucid dreaming that you have zero doubt in your mind that you can do whatever you want. It is technically your own imagination. When I had my first lucid dream, I didn't have any doubts that I couldn't do something. Like, for example, if I wanted to fly, I didn't have any doubts that I couldn't. Like, there was no, limiting belief with that. I just knew I could, and I obviously was successful with it. So the biggest thing is understand that you can, in fact, do that. And before you even know it, you can go ahead and actually achieve it in your dream. And it's super realistic and it's super fun. And once you have that first lucid dream, you're going to be hooked. You're going to want to do it every single night, which is very, very difficult to do. Sometimes you have it like 5 days a week, you have a lucid dream, and then sometimes you can't have one for months. It's just how it is. It's just kind of how it works. But it's a very, very good habit to or hobby, I guess you could say, to develop in your life, because we are sleeping like 1/3 of our lives, right? Like it's quite a long time. And if you do something in this reality that'll help you have lucid dreams, and it's such an amazing experience. It's amazing. It'll help you go a long way. And for what you're putting in compared to what you're getting out, it almost seems like everyone has to be doing it, right? Or all you're doing is writing like 2-3 minutes in your journal every morning, and you're also just doing this in your day or whatever reality check you want to do. You can plug your nose and try to breathe through it. Obviously in your reality you're not going to, but in your dream you might. Like anything like that, anything that is abnormal between the two dream worlds and the reality. I just mentioned 3. You can do whatever you want, and that's it. That's really, really it. If you do have a lucid dream, don't expect it to be that long on the first one. 9 times out of 10 you're just going to wake up almost like within the same minute you had a lucid dream. It's just kind of how it is. But if you guys have any questions about it, anything to be worried about, let me know in the comment section below. If this video does well, I can do a part 2 and explain a little more in depth, because it is like, I'm just kind of just getting you guys into it, and now you guys are probably curious about a lot of things. But I wanted to change up the talks with Qwertyy. It is something that still could change your life, and it could benefit your life in some way, because once again, the anxiety thing, and there's a whole bunch of other cool things. You can relieve stress, you can do whatever you got to do. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Once again, any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If the video does well, I'll make a part 2. Love all you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.